Ruto should give us a break. You cannot sell chicken to become a billionaire. Oh, chicken hapa kwa barabara maili 9. You wapi? Kuku hapa kuku mbili. You can't become a millionaire.
He says just a man who is truly blessed.
Forget about it. You can't. You cannot sell to become a billionaire. Some have called me, like Raphael, told Manyora, my daughter tells me he heard you saying every rich man is a thief. And he took me through. I know there are a handful of people, but in a general way of speaking, these are all thieves.
All right.
And they know it. You know, farmers are challenging in that area. Sababu ya hiyo ukabila ambayo inasumbua watu wa Kenya, because of the tribal thing, they cannot tell him off. But if they were just freed, they will tell him off. They have suffered. They have suffered over things he would have done a lot about, even when he was minister, even when he was a member of parliament and nothing else, when he was close to Moi, when he has been deputy president. Farmers, you come from Moi's Bridge. You know how people suffer.
How feasible and viable is Deputy President William Ruto's economic agenda under his presidential bid come August 2022 general elections? Moreover, what economic ghosts from the past are likely to jeopardize his presidential bid? And as always, I'm yours truly, Richard Mwenja, your resident host here on Business Glide. And now to join me to delve into this conversation is none other than Kenya's most sought after political analyst and strategist, doubling up as a renowned public scholar in Eastern and Central Africa, the first of his name, Herman Manyora. Great to see you, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Wonderful.
All right, sir. Today we are looking at issues to do with the economic agenda, their feasibility and viability. And let's first play the context of Deputy President William Ruto's bid. Now, he has fronted an economic model, the bottom-up approach, which seeks to the government to invest in low potential areas other than from the high potential areas that we are accustomed to. And this is likely to impact lives of many at the most bottom of the social pyramid. Do you see that this is what we need to address the over 8 million Kenyans who are in abject poverty?
I read somewhere even that thinking has been reversed in America. It is not founded on anything serious. It is just sloganeering.
Really?
Because if you ask somebody what it means, nobody has ever told me what it means. What exactly does it mean?
It means instead of us going, say, for the road infrastructure, the multi-billion, we invest the several billions probably at the informal sector where 75% of the Kenyan workforce is.
Nobody, I have told you, I was telling Jad the other time, nobody, kwa watu, is ready to transform this country in a revolutionary way.
Really?
If I can only believe Ruto if he says, instead of pumping billions of shillings, building superhighways, we will take a bit of that money and build feeder roads within the villages. That before we do bitumen, lami, we can consider using locally available material, such as quarry dust mixed with whatever it is, such as maram that is available. You know, we improve the rural areas first. But that's not what they are saying. They are just saying throwing some money down. So what does it mean to put 50 billion in something?
No, you go for the projects that are labor intensive other than labor extensive ones so that we get more people into employment.
That doesn't make sense, because they are saying they'll put 100 billion here, 50 billion here to create employment. What they are forgetting, and what I don't know, Kenyans, even people who have gone to school, they are very lazy. How much has been put down there over the years?
Billions of Kenyan shillings.
Yes. So there's nothing new you are saying.
All right, let's advance this conversation and look at matters to do with graft. 2 years ago, Deputy President William Ruto said that no one in this country will hijack the war on graft. However, almost 3 years later now, he has been profiled as the Lord of Graft. Why so? Or are people targeting him in particular?
You know, I've always defended William Ruto when it comes to theft of public property. First of all these people are thieves. So there's no point a thief pointing at another thief. I've also defended him because he's an outsider. When you are an outsider, insiders don't want to see you joining them. So bigger thieves don't want to see a newcomer thief.
Your stand on thieves and particularly billionaires, is it because you are not one of them?
It has nothing to do with whether I'm a billionaire or not and whether I'm feeling jealousy or, you know, stuff like that. I'm just saying the truth. And my stand is very simple. These people who have all these big things, helicopters, who live in Lavington, have Nyali homes and Runda, Karen, Kleleshwa, Ratio, all the big things that indicate you are rich. Let them come and show me how they got that money. None of them can. Very few, just one or two. Some have called me, like Raphael. Told Manyora, my daughter tells me he heard you saying every rich man is a thief. And he took me through. I know there are a handful of people, but in a general way of speaking, these are all thieves.
All right.
And they know it. Obama was here, he said it. He said, you people, you think Kenyans are foolish. When they see you driving those big guzzlers, they know you have stolen the money. So I want anybody to challenge me, one person.
But on matters integrity of wealth accumulation in Kenya, many people have targeted William Ruto, and even William Ruto and his counterparts have said they are using the lifestyle audit as a measure to skew his political ambitions. How true is that statement?
You see, this is politics. And people in politics use all sorts of weapons. So they will pull any weapon from the store, from the armory, and hit you with it. But again, he shouldn't be saying that his people are not in graft. That again will be wrong. All these people are thieves. He should not be defending anybody, including people on his side. I'm not mentioning a name, but I'm just saying all these people are thieves.
All right. But sticking to about the subject of William Ruto's wealth accumulation over the years, he has built this picture of an inspirational leader, that of from grass to grace story, from a chicken seller to now a multi-billionaire, as many believe in this country. Would you say that this is a good thing that will at least change the public mindset, especially for the youth, on the consistency and the progress on wealth accumulation, other than the shortcuts they want to take?
Ruto should give us a break. You cannot sell chicken to become a billionaire. Oh, chicken hapa kwa barabara maili 9. You happy? Kuku mbili. You can't become a millionaire.
He says just a man who is truly blessed.
Forget about it. You can't. You cannot sell to become a billionaire. I talked of Nyachai, the late Nyachai, God rest his soul, that he started with a bakery. Mikate ile mrefu. Then the guy, what do you call this posho mill? For gorogoro, 2 shillings, 3 shillings. You can't be a billionaire from that. That's rubbish.
Really?
There are inspirational stories like those of Manu Chandaria. We know them. There are stories of people, Jack Moore. There are people with inspirational stories. You can trace the journey. But these are crooks who crook their way into being billionaires. Like none of them can tell you, look, I started here. I had a chicken farm. I did this. I invented this. Then I decided doing this. I went to Brazil. I learned this from Brazil. I borrowed 200 million. Then I borrowed $1 billion. Then I did this. This is who I am. None of them. These are all thieves.
All right.
Yeah.
Echoes from the past, especially those coming during Deputy President William Ruto's tenure as the Agriculture Minister, are likely to nullify the feasibility and viability of his agenda on revamping and revitalizing the agricultural sector in Kenya. You remember Boni Khalwale back in the day sponsored a censure motion that was to oust William Ruto from the ministry, and that's where the whole issue of maize scandal came on board. Expensive fertilizer for the farmers. Now, how is he going to turn around the whole hulabaloo around his position on agriculture?
You know, William Ruto talks, and I like him, and he talks about his track record. Like in agriculture. The worst that could happen to agriculture happened when Ruto was the minister in agriculture.
True.
His idea of solving food problem, he's strongly associated with the Gulana Kulalo project, which is not just a white elephant, a hoax, also a fraud. And I kept asking Ruto, you come from North Rift, on TV programs, of course. You come from North Rift, the bread basket. Supposing the Gulana Kulalo project took off the way you are telling Kenyans to take off, and you harvest the maize you said you are going to harvest, then from that farm alone, you may not need another maize. What was going to happen to your farmers in North Rift?
So there's a possibility that his economic agenda for the farmers, particularly those in food baskets, is likely just to be a write-off.
You know, farmers are challenging in that area. sababu ya hiyo ukabila na ambayo inasumbua watu wa Kenya, because of the tribal thing, they cannot tell him off. But if they were just free, they will tell him off. They have suffered. They have suffered over things he would have done a lot about, even when he was minister, even when he was a member of parliament and nothing else, when he was close to Moi, when he has been deputy president. Farmers, you come from Moi's Bridge. You know how people suffer. You know farm loss, post-harvest loss, marketing nightmares, all those things. Fake maize seed.
Low quality.
Low quality fertilizer, expensive fertilizer.
Yeah.
In a country like Kenya, I'm told, that's why I keep telling you, these people cannot change this country. If I was the president, the first thing I will do, there will be no fertilizer, there will be no maize seed on sale. Maize seed shall be given free to farmers. But now it's a business. And with all manner of seeds coming in, with all manner of complications and poor quality seeds. You get what I'm saying? Why can't Ruto say, the first thing I will do, I will provide free seed to farmers. That way you'll check the quality of seed. You will not import bad things into this country. You will not import bad science. You will not import GMOs. Because you are giving seed for free. This country has the capacity through the universities, Egerton, Moi, Seuku. We have sufficient land. Kenya Seed, ADC, AFC. We have sufficient resources to produce free quality seed and give it free throughout the country.
All right.
Has he said he's going to do that? So this is just talk. It's a waste of time.
Nice. Isn't it ironical that the same people who are questioning his competency on handling the agricultural sector are now in his camp? Talk of Boni Khalwale. Now, how does William Ruto build the public confidence that he can get such Khalwale under his government?
That's why I told you this is just politics. It's just talk. Nobody, William Ruto does not have an economic agenda for this country. He cannot revitalize agriculture because he has been there. He comes from North Rift. Farmers have been suffering when he was close to Moi. Farmers have been suffering when he was an MP, Eldoret North, whatever it was called then. Farmers have been suffering when he's Minister of Agriculture, Minister. Farmers have been suffering when he's Deputy President. What miracle this he will do?
But probably he'll convince the masses now that he has been the loudest on the issue of rural electrification.
He will be?
On the subject of rural electrification.
That is another fraud.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
But he has opened up the entire country.
It's another fraud. Listen, I have told people, projects in this country are not put in place because Kenya needs them. Because it is an avenue through which you will steal. And I'm not talking about William Ruto. If you look at Last Mile project, you look at the kind of corruption, you look at the fake transformers, fake, cheap, counterfeit transformers. Look at the scandal
Kenya Power.
Of the poles, shift from trees to concrete, how much tree farmers suffered. If you look at all these things, it is intended from inception to be an avenue for people to eat, not rural electric. And let me tell you, and the Kenya Power knows this, those meters they gave people, for every 10, perhaps only 3 were activated. They know it. I come from home and I know. This home, they have the meter, they have never activated. They were given free units.
All right.
And fake. A lot of the money that was being done through the meters. You know what? That's, what do you call it? Prepaid meter. It's a very good thing.
Tokens.
I need it here in my house, where I stay, in Nairobi. Why are they not giving them? Because people have used that opportunity to reap money from Kenya Power. So when you buy a token, you think the money is going to Kenya Power. It's going to some crooks. So they are no longer giving them in Nairobi.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But they streamline
all this is fake.
But KPLC streamline its operations.
Once they do that, we shall be happy. We shall celebrate them.
Absolutely.
Correct.
All right. In as much as land remains a basic factor of production in Kenya, it still is a highly emotive subject. And William Ruto has particularly been on the wild card with regards to land grabbing issues. You saw during the Jamhuri Day what Raila Odinga commented about the land issue around Langata area. Now, would you say that he cannot convince the many millions of Kenyans who are homeless that he will get them at least some housing?
It is not William Ruto. It is this class. None of them is serious about land. I have said this time without number, to use the cliche. I have said in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, urban areas, you do not sell land. Where is this policy? It is in place, we are not implementing it. To make housing affordable, because people do not hold land for speculation. Empty spaces in towns around in Nairobi and within, we must point them out. Hii yako inafanya nini hapa? Inarudi. Tunapatia mtu mwingine anajenga. We don't sell. Outside there, we have limited land, arable land. Yet there are people who hold thousands and thousands of acres. What is Ruto saying about that? We have herders, poor people, herdsmen, livestock farmers in Laikipia. The animals are dying. Now wazungu work on hundreds of thousands of acres in the name of conservancy. What is stand on that? That's what I'm saying. You are a good man, Ruto, but you are not about to change this country. You get it? And we love you, we will even vote for you. But you are not about to change this country. To change this country, I have said repeatedly, you require some radical steps that none of these people is prepared to take.
All right.
Yeah.
From his presidential bid standpoint, what do you say now? The accusations leveled directly against him talk of the Western case, the Uru Gardens issue, that is likely to jeopardize the public trust, that this is the person will entrust with the landmass of Kenya and the economy of Kenya.
Kenyans don't give a hoot about theft. They have come to believe theft is normal.
And
so in choosing their leaders, that is not a consideration. They don't care, which is bad and sad, but they don't care. So that I don't think that's going to affect Ruto negatively. But if Raila plays his game well, he can use that thief thing, to excite the masses.
He's already doing that.
And incite them against Ruto. It's possible.
Yeah.
But more seriously, and Kenya, many people don't see this, the international angle. From an international perspective,
optic,
he doesn't then appear to be the person Kenyans should elect for. So that way, it can haunt him. But the average Kenyan voter doesn't give a hoot about anybody being a thief. The
very last, Deputy President William Ruto has come forth and said that Raila is the one to be blamed for the failures of Jubilee government. He came around 2017 with the handshake thing and probably now shifted the concentration of the president in delivering on his agenda that they had agreed with the Deputy President. How do you view all this? Does it fly for you?
It doesn't. Ruto is the Deputy President. If he had resigned, then I would have listened to him. To the extent that he didn't resign, he's part of government. We shall mix him with Uhuru, with all the failures, with all the successes. But he cannot bring in Raila. Raila is not part of government. Raila is just a brother to Uhuru. Being a brother of somebody doesn't mean you are running his government. Oh, Kenyatta is not running government. A blood brother to Uhuru. Raila is brother to Mwenja. But Muho is a blood brother to Uhuru. He's not running government. Government is being run by Uhuru and William Ruto. If, however, he had resigned, we would have listened to him a little more keenly. But to the extent that he's still in the same government, he must take the blame whenever there's a blame.
Well, that point by Herman Manyora takes us to the wrap of conversation today, touching on matters economic agenda of Deputy President William Ruto with regards to his presidential bid come the August 2022 general elections, and what ghosts from the past when he was holding some position in government might jeopardize his candidature. And now to bring on our fan of the week is Herman Manyora, and today our fan is Joseph Njihia in Australia.
I thought I was the fan of the week. I should be. No. You say Joseph?
Njihia in Australia.
Australia. Habari Australia, Joseph. Thank you for being part of us.
All right. Well, until next time on Business Glide, do have a fruitful week ahead. My name is Richard Mwenja. Do keep this conversation going beyond here. I'm at Mwenja Richard on Twitter, at Manyora on Twitter as well. And also remember to share your writings, your articles, your opinion on matters business, sports, politics, and all that on Nairobi Review. Professor will tell us the site.
Yeah, the site is nairobireview.africa. On the website, you can check the stories. And at the same time, you can send your opinion articles to Nairobi Review Limited at gmail.com.
Well, you've heard it from the owner and founder of the channel himself and also the website. Until this point, I have no other business here. Do make sure you keep tuned to our subsequent editions. Up next is the Business Glide African Proverb of the Day.